The speculation continues over what was in the boxes agents recovered from former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home.
As Lauren Blanchard explains, lawmakers want a briefing on what happened as threats against law enforcement ramp up.
Although we got to see the search warrant and property receipt for the Mar-a-Lago raid on Friday, the affidavit, which would outline why it was needed, remains sealed. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill want to know what was in the 11 sets of classified information taken by agents in that early morning raid at the home of a former president.
I've encouraged all of my colleagues on the left and the right to reserve judgment and not get ahead of yourself because we don't know what that document contains.
In a letter to the Director of National Intelligence and the Attorney General, Republican Senator Marco Rubio and Democratic Senator Mark Warner want more transparency from the Justice Department.
If they have reason to believe that Donald Trump is liable or vulnerable to criminal behavior, then they should say that. The speculation is simply endless over this, and it has become extremely damaging.
On his Truth Social platform, the former president claimed that FBI agents took privileged attorney-client material and executive privileged material, going on to slam the FBI for a history of corruption.
I think transparency is what's going to lower the temperature. And I just don't see the exigent circumstances that require this step from a law enforcement perspective.
Since the raid, there has been an increase in threats toward federal law enforcement, courts, and government facilities, prompting a bulletin warning of potential attacks. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
The former personal lawyer for former President Trump is at the center of election interference probes in Georgia. Rudy Giuliani's lawyers say they were contacted by Georgia prosecutors who say they're looking at his actions as part of a criminal investigation. It comes after Giuliani spearheaded efforts to keep the former president in power and made unfounded claims that voting systems altered Georgia ballots. He also insisted tens of thousands of ballots were from underage voters, felons, or deceased people. All of those claims have been debunked by the Georgia Secretary of State.
It's been